Hey, what's up, Tiger fans? This is Khalil Baker back with another episode of Inside C Sports. This time we're joined with cheer. We have Madison and Josh talking a little bit about their program, how the season went for them, and what they see coming up. Let's hit the court.
I'm Madison Barlow. I'm from Campbellsville, Kentucky. I'm a junior and I cheer at Campbellsville University.
Hi, my name is Josh Taube. I'm a business administration with emphasis in IT major. I'm from Memphis, Tennessee, and I'm a senior this year.
I've been cheering for about 8 years, including the time here of CU. I cheered at 2 all-star gyms as well as cheering 4 years in high school. Originally, I had no intentions of cheering at all in college. I just wanted to focus on my degree and graduate, but God had other plans and I just chose to come here and might as well cheer.
My experience as an athlete here at CU, I would say, has been one of a lot of learning, as well as some fun along the way too. But I always remember that we have a job to do whenever we're out on the field or mat or cheer mat for that matter. And with regards to my background in cheer, I actually never thought I would. It's the funniest thing. I decided when I got here, due to one of my friends joining, that it would be an idea, because why not? And I turned out to love it as soon as I got there, and after a few weeks of doing it, I fell in love with the team and the program, and just wanted to see where I could help take them.
Favorite things about the program is that we spend a lot of quality time together. Like I said, we're like a family. It's almost like siblings. Sometimes they get on my nerves, sometimes I love them, but ultimately we love just to be together.
Two things about the cheer program in particular that I loved were, one, the coaching. I was a huge fan of Coach April. Dylan, our assistant cheer coach, he was an amazing guy. Taught me a lot of what I needed to know, a lot of the things I needed to do behind the scenes to get ready for cheer and all the competitions that were coming up. I would say another thing that I really enjoyed about it was just how accepting the team was. I wasn't expecting it, being that I assumed maybe there would be a little bit of an acceptance issue with somebody who's never cheered before and has no experience whatsoever doing anything, tumbling, any of that. But the cheer team accepted me with open arms, and I was willing to learn and try as hard as I could to do all the things I needed to do and learn how to be a cheerleader.
My favorite moments from the season is all the adversity that we went through. It was not good, it was not fun, I can tell you that, so can Josh. But I think that just really brought us together more, and it really pushed us to be better, and it really just increased our scores overall in the season.
I would say my favorite moment personally was sitting in that huddle right after Mid-South and hearing our score. We started with a 66 point something at the beginning of the year at Georgetown, and our final competition we scored an 80.71, which was just amazing. It was insane to see that level of improvement from any team, especially ours. The feeling's like no other, and I'm so proud of each and every person that helped, and as well as Coach April and Coach Dylan, because I don't think any other set of coaches could have done it. It was amazing, and there's something special about it.
In regards to the adversity, I have been injured throughout the whole entire competition season, so I did not get to compete, which was awful, obviously, because I love my team. I want to be there for my team and do what I can. So being injured had a terrible effect on me in terms of cheer. It really got me down, but I had my teammates to support me, and I was still there to support them, as well as our first competition. It was a little rough, it was a little rocky, but we ended up making it and getting through it all.
After practicing just about every day a week, or every day of the week for a few months, we worked on what we needed to, which the biggest piece of that was the little stuff, the bottom 40, we call it in cheer. And basically that just means keeping everything tight, clean, and smiles, big smiles. That's always another big thing too. So after spending a few weeks getting the routine down to become second nature, that bottom 40 became something easy for us to fix, because now it's just individual, it's you know exactly what you need to do. There was a nice strategy there, and again, I'd like to shout out Coach April for that. It was all part of her game plan for us, and I think it worked great.
So what we do to prepare for the season is we do a lot of team bonding and a lot of exercise. We did boxing class this year, we took a cycling class this year, and overall we just did, we also did Zumba. So just overall a lot of exercise just to get us prepared and get us ready for the heat of the football games. Preparation for games just really consists of having our uniforms together. Everyone will have the same uniforms. We all try to do the same hair.
I like to do a lot of cardio and working out because I like to stay fit and strong for when the season comes back, so that way I don't have there's no struggling on my end. And then some of the things Coach has us doing is practicing throughout the summer, as well as just basically keeping in touch and staying a tight-knit family. We don't want to lose that aspect of who we are, and nobody wants to come back to the first official practice of the season next year and feel dissociated. We all like each other, we want to keep it that way. So I'm sure there's going to be plenty of activities coming up for us, so I'm looking forward to it.
What I learned about myself in the beginning of the season, towards the end of the season as well, is that I have really been hard on myself. I've really been pushing myself to be better, not only for myself, but for my team, because I know just to advance my skills, the team needs it, and it's good for me to push myself out of my box.
So one thing I learned about myself after this year at cheer is that I'm a lot more athletic than I thought I was, because I saw people doing backflips, and Coach April was telling me, you know, you're gonna have to do that. We need the points, and we need to up our score. And I never thought there was a chance in heck I'd be able to do it. But after trying and practicing for so long, busting my face a couple times, I got it. So I was super happy about that, and that was a skill I never thought I could have got, was just tumbling in general. And I'm more than happy with where I've gotten, but there's no stopping the train now. I want to keep going and see how far I can go with it.
What I learned about my team is that even though we can argue and get smart with each other, no matter what, we still love each other, and at the end of the day, we come together and we work hard and we do our very best.
One thing I learned about the team is that this team they're all dogs. They're all there practicing multiple hours a day, getting right back up after things go wrong, after somebody gets hit in the face, big bruise, blood anywhere, none of that matters to this team. We get back up and we fight. One thing that was really cool about that was I noticed, you know, it's a similar aspect like wrestling. You get hurt in wrestling, you just get back up and you keep going most of the time. So it made the transition a little easy in that aspect, because I didn't have to go start dealing with a bunch of crybabies. It was a bunch of people that want to work hard and a bunch of people that want to get better. And that sort of thing really helps me push myself, because when I know they're trying, everybody's doing what they can for the family, it makes me want to do the exact same, if not more.
I look to improve on leadership, not only for myself, but for my teammates. I hope that I can encourage them to go out and do much more than what they have done this past season.
For me personally, the biggest thing I need to do to build as we get to this next season on my skills would be, of course, the cheer practices, but also going to tumbling on my own with a few other people, like a gymnastics gym, and working on that just so that way I'm able to help out and increase our score as much as we can, because the more people that can do more stuff with regard to tumbling, to put it simply, the more points you get. So right now I'm gonna work on getting all of my stuff into motion, like the backflip, back handspring, and round off. I'd like to put all those three together, have that ready to go by the next season, so that way I can have a tumbling pass and increase our points. And the team as a whole, I think the biggest thing we need to work on as we approach this next season, always the bottom 40 for sure, but I also believe we need to increase our difficulty on some things like stunting and our dance, the routine in general for the most part. I think some things that everybody can do would be to stay in shape, run maybe once, twice a week, do something just to keep yourself going, keep the gears in motion. And if you can't necessarily get to a tumbling gym, you can always practice stretches and all sorts of things that can help you in your backyard, for example, or in your room. There's lots of things you can do to stay in shape and to prepare for this next season coming up.
I want to shout out Josh. He is a wrestler, and he just learned how to cheer this year. He's awesome. He's done all types of flips and tricks. He's the best. He's great. We love Josh. And all the football players that joined the team. I love you guys. Thanks for joining and taking it serious.
A big highlight I would like to shout out would be obviously Madison. She's been an amazing cheerleader amongst the cheerleaders, I have to say, because through her injury and what happened with her, she was there at every competition. She was there at every practice. She was there fighting alongside with us. She was there rooting for us and praying for us and crying for us if need be. Whatever she had to do, she was there and ready to do it. And I think people like that and mentalities like that are exactly what this program needs. To highlight a specific moment, aside from Mid-South, I would say our first competition, because not only did it set the precedent that we need to do better in certain things, but it also was just fun for me because it was my first competition ever. The stakes were low. It was essentially a practice trial run of everything we'd been working on so far. Granted, it's a competition, and of course we take things serious, but at the same time, that first experience was amazing, and it's a memory I'll never forget.
Thanks so much for watching this episode of Inside C Sports with me, Khalil Baker. Please stay tuned for more.